My name's Casey, and I'm the teacher.
And I'm Jenny, and I'm one of the students.
And I'm Holly, and I'm the other student.
And we're doing the O.J. Simpson trial. Hi, Jenny.
Hi, Miss Pilkington.
Where's Holly?
I don't know. Probably late, like always.
All right, well, let's just start.
What are we learning about today?
Today we're going to start talking about the O.J. Simpson trial.
Oh, cool. I just watched a documentary about that last night.
That's awesome. What did you learn?
Well,
Sorry, I just got off the phone with my mom.
Sure, Holly. All right. Since we've already started, what do you know about the O.J. Simpson trial?
Isn't that about that football player?
Well, that's part of it. He did play football for the Buffalo Bills and 49ers.
I love football. I watch it all the time.
Holly, this isn't about the fact that he played football. He killed 2 people. Don't you know anything about the O.J. Simpson trial?
Sort of. I mean, I know there was a case and he wasn't guilty, but I don't know if he was actually accused of.
He was accused of murdering his ex-wife and her best friend back in 1994, and it went on a huge trial, and that's why it's so well known.
My God, why would somebody ever do that?
Nobody knows, Holly. People are crazy, but they thought it was OJ, and they still do.
Oh, Miss Pilkington, didn't they believe he got out of it because of his team of lawyers? They were called something like, oh, the Dream Team. Oh, and didn't he have that glove that he used that people say he really didn't actually use? Oh, and then that lawyer used that quote, like, if it doesn't fit, you must have quit.
Okay, Jenny, settle down. We're going to talk about it step by step.
Okay.
Why do we need to know this if we already know how it ends?
Well, this is a very significant case, and if you put away your notes, we can fly through these notes. Very important, so take out your notebook so we can take these notes.
Why? I feel like we already know enough about this.
Just do it, and I'll ask you about it again at the end.
Fine.
Okay, so for starters, does anyone know how this all began?
Well, they were killed.
Wasn't he accused of killing them with a knife?
Yes, they believe he attacked them at night and viciously murdered them and took off.
Well, that sucks.
Do any of you know what he was charged for?
I'm assuming murder.
Yes, 2 counts of murder with special circumstances.
And I'm assuming he pled not guilty and he pretended to act all innocent and like he was heartbroken and he felt bad.
You got it. Pleads 100% not guilty. The grand jury painted the picture that OJ was a jealous man of his ex-wife fighting another man.
Well, who wouldn't be?
Yes, but would you kill someone for it?
Probably not.
Well, how did they accuse him that he was guilty?
Well, Holly, DNA test shows that OJ's blood has the same genetic makeup as samples from a blood trail leading from the murder scene.
Oh, what do you mean?
Well, I think she means that his DNA was in their blood from being the one killing them.
Oh, well, how did he get off then?
He had a very well-constructed team of lawyers that found loopholes around everything that was in the way, and the police did a sloppy job. They tampered with all the evidence.
Tampered? What is tampered? What does that mean?
The evidence, for example, the glove, was contaminated by them because they didn't obtain it properly.
Oh. Okay. What was his sentence going to be?
Isn't it for life or death penalty?
If he was convicted, it would have been for life without parole. They decided against the death penalty.
So, what about the glove?
Well, actually, let's watch this clip.
2 decades after the brutal stabbings of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman,
There it is, the infamous glove.
the evidence that riveted a nation during the O.J. Simpson murder trial.
Johnny Cochran coined the phrase, if it doesn't fit, you must acquit.
The glove, this hat, all the evidence from the trial of the century is stored in a vault.
These gloves were much too small for his enormous hand. You have to realize he was a football player.
The AP's court reporter at the time, Linda Deutsch, covered the entire nearly year-long trial.
The temptation is huge to try it on.
I'll take you down, Linda.
It seems impossible that it's 20 years. It seems as if it happened yesterday. When Chris Darden got up and said, "Mr. Simpson, please try on the glove," we all gasped.
The fallout from that dramatic moment wasn't the only problem for the prosecution.
The case was lost, not just because of the gloves that didn't fit.
No knives were ever recovered. The DNA didn't quite match up, and the prosecution's star witness was LAPD detective Mark Furman.
A detective who was tall and handsome and imposing and turned out to be a closet racist and also a liar. He was convicted of perjury after the trial.
Today, O.J. remains in a Nevada prison for an armed robbery at a Las Vegas hotel.
He has said always that he didn't do it, and he has never changed that position. But the question always arises, who did do it if he didn't?
Which is why the evidence will remain locked away in a police warehouse. Raquel Maria Dillon, The Associated Press, Los Angeles.
Wow, so the glove isn't even close to fitting?
Nope.
So you see this glove? It wouldn't have fit like this. It would have been too tight, and that's why OJ wouldn't have worn it when he killed them. Does that make sense?
I guess.
Well, Holly, OJ Simpson tried the glove on in front of the jury, and the glove didn't fit his hand. Police later uncovered that the gloves were planted, and it didn't fit to begin with, though the bloodstains matched those of the victims.
What about that quote Jenny said earlier?
Jenny, would you like to explain what it means?
Of course.
Well, tell us, Jenny.
If it doesn't fit, you must have quit. It means about how OJ put on the glove, but it was too small. So his lawyer, Johnny Cochran, said that the quote to talk about how it was too small, and they should have realized that he was innocent and let him go, because how could you kill somebody if the glove's too small? Because if it's too small, it wouldn't only be uncomfortable, but it also would be difficult to kill somebody with it.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
But Miss Pilkington, wasn't the other victim's blood found in his car?
Well, that means he definitely did it. Is this the part where he goes to jail?
Correct, Jenny, but no, Holly.
Why not? That would make him clearly guilty if it's in his own car.
So Holly, if I broke into your car and put something in it that I stole from a store, would that make you guilty because I put it in your car?
Well, obviously not.
Then you can't blame OJ right away for blood being in his car.
Well, the bloodstains did match the DNA of Goldman and his ex-wife. However, it was said that they were not a perfect match, so that's where O.J. Simpson was basically a free man.
That's messed up. He was deaf guilty.
I'm not done yet. The forensic expert that was focusing on the case also announced that there was a second set of footprints at the crime scene. This means that O.J. Simpson may really not be guilty in the end.
I don't believe that.
Well, not everyone does. Many people just believe there are too many different factors throughout this case to have an accurate verdict. The police screwed up. O.J. had a phenomenal defense attorney, and scientific factors countered in as well.
Wait, so he wasn't guilty at the end?
They found O.J. Simpson not guilty. That's up to interpretation with everybody, but what was so great about O.J. was his team of lawyers getting him out of every sticky situation he found himself during the trial.
Oh, the dream team.
Yes, Jenny. They used the tampered evidence and the DNA to have a major turning point in this case.
So, because the glove was tampered with and the extra footprints, it made it difficult to see if it was truly OJ's or not?
Partially. Too many confusing details made it hard for the jury.
And so the footprints were a huge turning point for OJ's side of the case.
Yes.
Wait, so Miss Pilkington, how long was this case?
June of 1994 was when he was first arrested. He pleaded not guilty in July, and from there until October of 1995 was where he was found not guilty by the jury.
That's crazy.
So OJ stayed out as a free man?
Well, no, he's back in jail for other charges.
That's so dumb. He got out of such an amazing case. You'd think he'd stay out of trouble.
Yep. So Holly, can you tell me why knowing about the O.J. Simpson case is so significant to this class now?
Sure can. I knew he wasn't guilty, but I never thought it was about how much went into this case and how many turning points there were. This court case is significant because it must have taught the police to be more careful with evidence, and it shows how much lawyers can help win a case. No wonder why this case is so well known.
Good, Holly. I'm glad talking about this helped you change your opinion on learning about this case. Jenny, did you learn anything new about this case?
Absolutely. If I go to court, I need to get OJ's lawyers.
Well, let's hope you don't end up in that position. Well, that's all the time we have for today. So study these notes because we're going to have a quiz tomorrow.
So what are you doing later?